Ahora sí, volvemos a la programación normal. Aquí vamos, por aquí, por allá. Muy bien, muy bien, muy bien.
Approaching the target location. Navigation complete.
Wow, Amber Hall was this close? No wonder Remiel can get there so easily. Wait, is that secret?
Se busca chapa. En el tablón de anuncios situado frente a la entrada principal del teatro focal hay un cartel de búsqueda de chapas. Parece que algunos fanbooks están buscando chapas botella de engranaje perdidas. Tras leerlo por encima, los fanbooks estaban haciendo lo siguiente cuando perdieron estas chapas: ver una actuación del jazz en True Blues, dar clases a estudiantes en la Academia Aurelia, asistir al salón de fanbooks en el sótano de la residencia Ámbar, elegir pan en Buscochito e intercambiar chapas de botella en la trastienda de tentempiés rugientes. La información era muy específica, pero a los Bambooks se les olvidó añadir sus datos de contacto en el cartel de búsqueda de chapas. Incluso si alguien las encontrara, no habría forma de devolverlas. Si encuentro las chapas de botella de engranaje que han perdido, no me quedará más remedio que guardármelas en el bolsillo. La información sobre chapas de botella perdidas en la calle Beckford ya está actualizada. Se ruega a los Bambooks que encuentren chapas de botella perdidas que las devuelvan cuanto antes a sus dueños. Gracias. Una pregunta. Si en los avisos de Se Busca Chapa no vienen los datos del dueño, ¿cómo voy a devolverle las chapas de botella que he encontrado? Un momento, ¿de verdad estás pensando en devolverlas? Un momento, ¿de verdad? Ay, no. Disculpa, ¿tienes algún problema?
Pardon me. Is something troubling you? You have been circling this phone booth for quite some time now.
Ay, no. ¿Qué? ¿Qué cabina telefónica? No me suena de nada. No he oído hablar de ninguna cabina.
Huh? But it is behind you.
¿Qué ocurre?
Sigrid? Didn't expect to see you here. What's going on?
Greetings, Miss Bell. While on patrol, I came across this Bangbu citizen. He appeared to be in some distress, so I stopped to inquire about his situation.
No necesito la ayuda del departamento de patrulla aérea. Y yo solo estoy esperando a alguien. Eso es todo. Solo estoy esperando a alguien.
Waiting for someone? And who might that be?
No puedo decirlo, pero estoy esperando a alguien. Ya aparecerá muy pronto. ¿Será de la pandilla Ena?
This Bangbu. Is he the one Griff mentioned that's guarding the phone booth? Oh, he's way too nervous. Secret's already starting to get suspicious. I've got to think of something before he gives himself away. Secret, actually. The person he's waiting for is,
I see. Citizen, the one you await is Mr. Gaboo. Is that right?
¿Eh? ¿Quién demonios es ese?
Who the heck is that?
I do not know. But we must stay here. We must wait for Mr. Gaboo. Perhaps today. Perhaps tomorrow. But one day, we shall wait no longer. For Mr. Gaboo will finally arrive.
Huh?
Oh, it's a line from the famous play, Awaiting Gaboo. Did I get that right, Mr. Actor?
¿Actor? ¿Quién? ¿Yo?
Are you not an actor from Spotlight Theater? But the line you just quoted was unmistakably from... Wait. I understand now. In the script of Awaiting Gaboo, there is no phone booth, no Spotlight Theater, and no actor boo.
Dios mío. Sobrepiensa todo.
He must have immersed himself in the role for so long that he is still mentally in character. Yes, that must be it.
Uy, Dios.
I ought not disturb his rehearsal any further. My apologies, Mr. Actor. I misunderstood the situation and rudely interrupted your rehearsal.
¿Ensayo? Ah, es verdad. El líder dice que solo a través de la práctica constante podemos ganar valor y convicción, y así convertirnos en Bang-Books sobresalientes dignos de proteger a Lady Sunbringer.
Indeed. Only by holding fast to courage and conviction can we fulfill our duty to protect Rose Caliver.
These two? How are they even having a conversation right now? They're not talking about the same thing at all. Whatever. At least Sigrid doesn't seem to suspect anything. If she finds out where Remiel is, explaining everything would be a nightmare. We've come this far already. I'll just play it by ear.
Well then, now that the misunderstanding has been cleared up, I shall not interrupt your rehearsal any further. Farewell, you two. I wish you a pleasant day.
Sigrid asiente con la cabeza y se marcha. ¿He oído bien? ¿De verdad nos ha estado animando la señorita Sigrid? ¿Podría ser en secreto miembro de la pandilla Enna? No lo creo.
No. Absolutely not. You've got the wrong idea. A very, very wrong idea.
Tras dar bastantes explicaciones, por fin convences al Bang-Boo que tienes delante de que descarte esa absurda idea. Guiada por el Bang-Boo, tomas el ascensor oculto dentro de la cabina telefónica para regresar al área de reflujo.
Well, it's about time you showed up. Amber Hall isn't that far. What kept you? You're acting more and more like a partner in crime now. Covering for your accomplice in front of an airspace patrol officer.
Adiós.
Still, I have some understanding of what kind of person Secret is. Rigid, earnest, and her intuition is unnervingly sharp. She's certainly difficult to deal with.
Seria y tiene una intuición de lo más certera. No lo creo. La intuición de Sigrid es difícil de decir si es realmente certera.
Fair enough. That's the nature of intuition. Sometimes it's right, sometimes it isn't. All right, enough of that. We should head off to the crime scene on the lower level of the retroflux zone. The entrance is this way. Griff is already waiting for us.
¿Qué están haciendo? ¿Quién les ha dado permiso para descansar? Mientras ustedes descansan, otros Bang-Books se esfuerzan. Pronto se quedarán atrás. pero de verdad estoy sin fuerzas. Sí, solo trabajar sin descansar hasta un bang buque. Bueno. ¡Wow! ¿Este es el verdadero aspecto de la proxy? Tan ágil, tan encantadora.
All right, Griff. That's enough flattery. The sky will get dark soon, so we should get moving.
De acuerdo. Miren, ya he quitado lo que obstruía el ascensor de delante. Va directo al nivel inferior del área de reflujo. Llegarán en un abrir y cerrar de ojos. Sin embargo, ese lugar de la foto, después de bajar del ascensor, ustedes dos tendrán que adentrarse un poco más. Por ahí no hay desvíos, así que seguro que no se pierden. ¡Buen viaje! Junto con Remiel bajas en el ascensor al nivel inferior del área de reflujo.
Here we are. The bottom floor of the retroflux zone. Just like the energy hub I visited before, the lingering ether here isn't normal either. The concentration and activity levels are way off. In other words, there's probably another singularity leakage deeper inside. Come to think of it, Griff mentioned something like that too.
De repente, una pluma blanca aparece en tu campo de visión y te roza la punta de la nariz.
Hey, that tickles. Remiel, what are you doing?
Why, to bring a certain someone back from her own little world, of course. Now then, Miss Detective, what new clue have you uncovered? Oh my, are you upset? Then how about this? I'll give you a feather as well, and you can try to get me to sneeze too. Then we'll be even Steven. Deal?
Tomar la pluma. Tomas la pluma de la mano de Remiel y la pasas varias veces por la punta de su nariz. Pero no ocurre nada. ¿Cómo va a estornudar un semihumano alado por culpa de sus propias alas?
There. Now we're even. So, tell me, what did you find?
Oh. Decirle lo que has descubierto, a ver.
The lingering ether in this area, its concentration and activity aren't normal. And it's a lot like the energy hub I've been to. In other words, if we keep going deeper, the odds of running into a singularity leakage are very high. So, as we keep moving deeper, we'll need to avoid singularity leakages as much as possible. Remiel, I need you to follow my directions, okay? I'm pretty dang confident in my proxy skills, so we should be just fine. Remiel? Are you listening? Remiel?
¿Aló?
I'm listening. Please, go on.
I already finished, Miss Absent-Minded Void Hunter.
My apologies. My mind wandered for a moment. It won't happen again.
Wow.
But I did hear everything you said. Really. Relax. I'll follow your lead. After all, your faith in the legendary proxy. I'll leave the route planning to you, oh great Faithin.
Mind using a different title, oh great wanted Void Hunter?
I swear, you're always way more demanding of me than anyone else.
Careful. Something's off with these mechs. These abandoned mechs. They've probably been affected by a singularity leakage.
Let's give them a moment to cool down.
Hear the howling wind.
I'll remember. Your fault. Huh?
Heroic!
I'm finding my rhythm. Done. Let's keep moving.
The ether activity nearby is acting up. Could it be a singularity leakage? There are way more enemies around here than I expected. Remiel, how's it going on your end?
Let's stir. These enemies are far too strong. I couldn't possibly defeat them.
Abandoned mech beats first generation Void Hunter. Yeah, that'd make a pretty wild headline.
Speaking of which, your combat skills are improving rather slowly, aren't they?
¿Eh? Oh, qué lento.
Hey, I'm doing pretty good for someone who's always been the brains of the party.
Ay, se fue a
Alice,
Yoris.
I heard that.
Ándala.
Let's slow down a bit. The area's data still hasn't fully synced. Remy, wait, don't! Great.
Ay.
We still ended up in the singularity leakage.
Since we're here, let's finish this quickly.
All right, let's go, Pyrois. Marching sun! Right down!
Put down a Sakir.
Let the stage be even more dazzling. Don't get scorched by the light. All right, the enemies are dealt with. Let's keep moving.
Al final hemos entrado en la singularidad de fuga.
And after all that, we still ended up entering the singularity leakage. Remiel, didn't we agree? Follow my directions and avoid singularity leakages whenever possible.
Sorry, that was my bad. It won't happen again.
I'm not like you, Remiel. You were right. When it comes to combat skills, I really haven't improved much. I've mostly just been relying on Pyrois' power. That's why I've been trying to stay away from those dangerous singularity leakages. At the very least, I don't want us getting dragged into a fight where I'd only hold you back.
If you ask me, you're being far too hard on yourself, Miss Proxy. The proxies I've known, well, there haven't been many, but among them, the only ones capable of entering a hollow and fighting in person are you and Joyous. What was it you all ended up calling him again? Ah, right. The predecessor of proxies. I'd love to see the look on his face if he ever heard that title. Look at it this way. You're already enough of a legend to stand shoulder to shoulder with the predecessor of proxies. Does that make you feel a little better?
Thanks, Remiel. But putting me on the same level as Mr. Joyous? You're giving me way too much credit.
It's not such a stretch. If you ask me, his combat skills may actually be worse than yours.
Okay.
He's your complete opposite. Always convinced he can handle anything. Yet the moment a real fight begins, he's the first one flat on the ground.
Okay.
And you're the sort of person who's already doing well, yet still quietly tells themselves it isn't enough. For a beginner, your combat skills have improved remarkably quickly. I know many of your friends excel in combat, but there's no need to measure yourself against them. Don't forget, you're Proxy. You always have been, and you still are. There are many things only you can do. As for the things you can't do alone, I believe your friends will be right beside you to accomplish them together.
Remiel, where did all that come from? And no riddles. Did your chronic Riddler syndrome finally clear up?
Oh my, I thought you'd at least thank me first.
Thank you for dragging us into a singularity leakage.
For sharing a bit of old gossip about Joyous, of course. There aren't many people in this world who still remember what happened back then.
Remiel.
Now that you're feeling a little better, it's time we kept moving. The crime scene you're looking for should be just below us. As for finding a way through the singularity leakage, I'll leave that to you, my stubborn Miss Proxy.
Wait, who's being difficult here, Remiel?
Yes, I wonder, who could it be?
I'll leave the fighting to you, Remiel.
As you say, Miss Proxy. I come crashing down right here. Rotate.
Doesn't it seem like there's more and more enemies around here?
This hardly counts as a warm-up. Feels like we're really starting to get in sync, Miss Proxy.
Huh. If I push just a little harder, I can totally keep up with you.
Wind shear. I'll remember. Your fault.
Ah! Finally. It's over. Come on, let's keep moving.
Your stamina is just short of a passing grade, Miss Proxy.
There it is. That's the place from Toby's memory.
Whoa.
Whoa. That's a strong ether activity response.
Master, I'm picking up ether activity similar to that of Toby.
So the culprit used this mech to hurt Toby. Take this. Miel, you can't smash it to pieces. It has clues tied to the culprit.
The line shall be. That's asking a great deal. Fine. Understood. Ready to dance with me? Let me play the final note of your face. Let's get a little closer. You've been warned.
Take them down!
Data cross-reference complete. Master, your current location matches Toby's memory record with a 99.73% similarity rate. Site confirmed.
Looks like the culprit's long gone by now. Let's check out that weird mech first and see if we can find any clues.
Then I'll rest nearby for a bit. Data analysis isn't exactly my specialty, so I'll leave that to you and your AI assistant.
Sure, no problem. Leave it to me.
Pero no me dejes. Con ayuda de Fairy, obtienes y reparas rápidamente el registro de operaciones del mecha.
Just as I thought. The culprit used this mech to implant potent ether into the Bangbu. And there's something else. I'm seeing traces of a virus inside the Bangbu. Was the culprit trying to control them remotely and make them commit crimes? Or maybe...
Best be quick, Miss Proxy. I damaged that mech's ether battery during the fight, so there's no telling when it might explode.
Huh? Why didn't you mention that sooner? Wait, what's this? A video? No. It looks like a photo. How is that possible?
¿Qué es? ¿Cómo es posible que... A ver... ¿Foto? ¿Foto a la foto?
Why is he here? No, that's not possible. He should have... Serpico? How could Serpico be here?
Huh? That image that flashed by just now, what was it? The culprit's face? I feel like I've seen it somewhere before.
¿En serio?
I'm not sure, but... this mech's data is way too corrupted. Fairy, can you recover that image from earlier?
Understood, Master. Locating anomalous image data.
Serpico? No, it can't be him. It's just someone who looks like him. I must be seeing things. It's probably because I saw Truvia earlier. That's why Serpico came to mind. I must have mistaken the culprit for him. Yeah, that has to be it. But what if? What if that really is Serpico?
You look pale, Miss Proxy. What happened? If we've gathered enough information, let's head back for now. No need to continue analysis here. The culprit is clearly long gone. Miss Proxy? Belle? Are you listening?
Oh, I'm fine. Just give me a little bit. I want to confirm something.
Justo en ese momento, desde el interior del mecha ya destruido, se escucha de repente una alarma de advertencia.
Belle, stay away from that mech.
So close. Gotta figure this out. Wait! A clue! What did you do?
What did you do? You have a death wish or something? Are you trying to get yourself killed?
Wait. What is this? These are unfamiliar voices. And visions.
They are the ones who once again defeated the enemy and brought new hope to Eridu.
Ooh.
Belly, this commendation ceremony has far too many steps. My legs are killing me from standing here. And my back itches.
Everyone is watching. Behave.
If you're going to be so proper about it, then stop replying.
Next, please welcome Colonel Vike and Lieutenant Colonel Dan of the Guard of Staves to the stage for their commendation ceremony.
Oh wait, why are you ahead of me, Belly? Shouldn't this be sorted by surname initials? Why are they using given names instead?
Because it's sorted by rank. A colonel comes before a lieutenant colonel. That makes sense, doesn't it?
These are Remiel's memories? But why am I seeing them? If I'm not mistaken, the person beside her is also one of the first-generation Void Hunters. A colonel of the Guard of Staves, Peliora Vike. Huh? And this one is...
That is all I wish to add regarding the experiment. Professor Archie should have already gone over the rest with you.
Relax, Sunbringer. It'll be fine. You and RK have already explained the experiment to us nearly 100 times, each in your own way.
Then can you repeat it back to me, Remiel?
Don't worry, Sunbringer. I've memorized everything for her. I'll be watching over her during the experiment as well. So, there shouldn't be any problems.
What do you mean, shouldn't? Belly, you're supposed to say it'll definitely be fine.
The Karma core sealed within the Void Hunter weapon. At the moment, most of our research remains entirely theoretical. As for further resonating with it, Professor Archie's experimental plan remains only theoretically feasible. Beliora, Remiel. Before the experiment officially begins, you may still back out at any time. No one will hold it against you.
What are you talking about, Sunbringer? Of course someone would hold it against me. If I were to back down out of fear and throw away a chance that might let us conquer the Hollows once and for all, my future self would never forgive me for it.
Sealed within a Void Hunter weapon? A Karma core? What is that? I've never heard of it.
Ellie, you've been distracted today. What's on your mind?
Nothing in particular.
Eh?
Really? Then does that mean you stepped on my feet 3 times in a row on purpose?
Ugh.
Come on, don't be so tense. We don't get to dance together every day. Just try to enjoy it, okay? I know what you're thinking, but look at me. I'm not worried at all. Because I know that in tomorrow's experiment, no matter what happens, you'll be right there with me.
I know.
As you always have.
Yeah. Just like always.
Innumerables fragmentos de recuerdos se abalanzan sobre ti como una marea. Y así quedas completamente sumergida en una oscuridad infinita.
Am I?
You're in someone else's home, sleeping in someone else's bed. Please tell me you don't drool in your sleep.
Remiel? Wait, is this the Enna Gang's hideout?
Correct. It looks like you're still in good shape. That whole ordeal didn't scramble your brain after all. Tell me, what did you see? Now, don't go quiet on me, Miss Proxy. Unless, are you perhaps a little too bashful to speak up? Worried you might be mistaken for a peeping Tom? I'll go first then. I saw you, your brother, and those 2 classmates of yours. What were their names again? Truvia and...
Serpico.
Serpico.
Oh, right, Serpico. So that's what happened between you all. No wonder you were so shaken.
Why were we able to see each other's memories?
That is not a question I can answer for you. After all, I have only experienced it twice myself.
Twice?
Mm-hmm. The previous time was when I retrieved Thaumiel from within you. I was really caught off guard, too. I had no idea what was happening. It felt like a flood of memories that weren't my own poured into my mind all at once. Though it seems you have no recollection of it whatsoever. Maybe you were already on the verge of losing consciousness then, and felt nothing at all? All right. it seems I am the one who'll be mistaken for a voyeur. For the record, I didn't mean to pry. So, can you tell me now? What exactly did you see?
I saw you, Colonel Vike, and Lady Sunbringer. You were talking about something called a karma core, and after that...
Not long after that, Belly died. I killed her with my own hands.
Remiel.
I'm sorry, Belle. I know I was the one who brought this up, but I'd rather not talk about it anymore.
Oh, vamos.
It's getting late. You should head back to Amber Hall.
Aún necesitan realizarse más fotos. No debes permitir que tus amigos se preocupen. Ah, bueno. Remiel te empuja hasta la puerta del ascensor, el cual tomas para regresar a las inmediaciones de la cabina telefónica de la calle Beckford. Poco después, en la residencia de Remiel.
Does everyone in that covenant of yours have this nasty habit of haunting people like restless ghosts?
I'm simply concerned about your mental state, Remiel.
Then this is the worst possible time to appear. I can at least pretend you don't exist if you just stay away.
Sorry.
If you are truly sorry, then disappear. Now. You knew all along that Faith and I would have that strange resonance, didn't you? I'll take your silence as a yes.
Yes, I knew all along that she would have an anomalous resonance with you. The part of you that's already fused with the karma core.
Oh. ¿Y eso es bueno?
But I'm sorry. I did not expect the two of you to see fragments of each other's memories because of it.
Fine. Since you are being so sincere, I will forgive you this once. So, why did you show up this time? Surely you didn't come all this way just to apologize.
After your previous encounter with Eldrada, I'm sure you've realized what the three Sunbringers of Rose Califer truly are.
Perhaps. I'm not drawing any conclusions here, but I have a fairly good guess. Sunbringer. She always did have a habit of taking things too far.
What's your plan then?
My plan? Well, how about a short summer vacation here in Rose Califer for now?
Remiel, I hate to remind you again, but time is running out.
Though, to be honest, I don't think you need to be in such a hurry. I know that storm you foresaw better than you ever will. And I also know when it will arrive. And before it's finally here, let me rest a while longer. In this city in the sky. Opportunities like this don't come often, so I just want to take one more good look at the ideal city my old friend poured her life's work into building. And at the final gift she left for this world.
I've never seen Remiel look that sad before. What really happened between Remiel, Colonel Vike, and Lady Sunbringer? Never mind. Now's not the time to get stuck on that. I should head back to Amber Hall and check the data we collected.
Oh. Derecho o al reverso, cara o cruz, Hola, ¿cómo era? Bambú perdido. Te damos la bienvenida a la casa de adivinación de Budiaco. Soy el aprendiz de adivinación, Adivina Bu. ¿Estás estudiando adivinación? Así es, aunque todavía no me he graduado, mi maestra ya me ha dado permiso para ofrecer servicios de adivinación de ciertos tipos. ¿Cómo cuáles? Eso sería las lecturas de compatibilidad. Ningún Bambú dejaría pasar la oportunidad de enterarse de un buen chisme. Si tienes algún chisme que despierte el interés de un Bambú, quería decir una preocupación, por favor, desahógate conmigo. O sea, deja que te haga una adivinación. Bambú perdido, ¿has venido para que te haga una lectura de compatibilidad? ¿Hay algún Bambú al que quieras saludar pero no te atreves? ¿O tal vez quieres conocer a uno pero no sabes cómo es su personalidad? No me pasa nada de eso. Una lectura de compatibilidad común y corriente también sirve. ¿Te animas? A ver. Muy bien, Bambú perdido, presta atención. Aquí tengo 5 chapas de botella totalmente diferentes. Déjate llevar por tu intuición. Elige una de ellas y colócala en una superficie lisa sin girarla. Parece mucho más profesional de lo que te imaginaba. Tal vez sí se puede confiar en las habilidades de este aprendiz de adivinación. Dejar que Eus actúe libremente. Me quedo con la primera. Es una chapa de botella de Boom Cola. Al sacarla, la parte interior quedaba de mi lado. Así está bien, que las chapas de botella estén boca arriba o boca abajo también tiene su significado. No hay que moverlas. A continuación elige la segunda chapa de botella de las 4 restantes. Me quedo de nuevo con la primera. Es el anverso de la chapa de botella de un refresco de naranja. Ahora elige la tercera de una vez. La primera. A ver, este es el reverso de una chapa de botella de limenda. Ya puedo empezar a interpretar el resultado de la adivinación. Bambú perdido, tú mismo has elegido con tus propias manos estas 3 chapas de botella. Representan respectivamente tu situación actual, el Bambú con quien tienes afinidad y la forma más adecuada de actuar. Empecemos con la primera. El reverso de la Pum Cola indica que ahora mismo no tienes a ningún Bambú especial en tu corazón. La segunda, la chapa de botella de refresco de naranja, representa la luz del sol y la simpatía. Si la combinamos con la primera, parece que tu destino amoroso llegará muy pronto. A continuación, la tercera es una chapa de botella de limenda y ha salido al revés. Qué raro. ¿Qué pasa? El reverso acentúa aún más el toque ácido y amargo de limón, el cual requiere de una larga espera para dejar un regusto dulce. Pero, ¿acaso la segunda chapa no decía que tu destino amoroso estaba muy cerca? ¿Cómo es que este destino está tan cerca y a la vez está tan lejos a la vez? No entiendo mucho de estas cosas. No te preocupes, déjame analizar las posibilidades. Ah, ya lo tengo, solo hay una explicación posible. Me has dejado con la boca abierta. ¿Qué ocurre ahora? Por supuesto que un destino no puede ser cercano y lejano a la vez, pero si hay más de uno, entonces todo encaja. A juzgar por el resultado de tu tirada, los Bambooks con los que tienes afinidad podrían formar una cola desde la calle Beckford hasta la calle Engranaje. ¿De verdad se puede sacar tanta información de 3 chapas de botella? Esa es la magia de la adivinación. ¿A qué es increíble? Pero por muy precisa que sea, la adivinación tampoco puede decidir el destino de un Bangboo. Me daré por satisfecho si, tras escuchar el resultado de mi adivinación, logras afrontar la vida con más optimismo. Sí, muchas gracias. ¿El tipo de qué? El tipo de búho de un Bangboo es su destino. Esta es la casa de adivinación de Budiako. Oh, Bangboo perdido, ¿tú también deseas vislumbrar la verdad del destino? Adelante, permíteme desvelar una parte de tu destino con mi bola de cristal y mis artes de adivinación. ¿Adivinación? Así es, soy la maestra de la adivinación de Roscalifer, Budiako. Mi adivinación es mucho más precisa que la adivinación normal. ¿Quieres saber por qué? Es un secreto comercial, pero te revelaré un poco. Mi método es más científico. Si te interesa saber el resto, ven a probar la adivinación. Así que más que adivinar el futuro, lo que hace son test de personalidad, aunque los métodos de los aprendizajes de Budiako sí que se asemejan más a adivinaciones de verdad. Te doy la bienvenida a la casa de adivinación de Budiako, Bangboo perdido. ¿Comenzamos con la adivinación científica? Muy bien, que así sea. A continuación, presta mucha atención y responde a mis preguntas. Me basaré en tus respuestas para guiarte en tu destino. El método de adivinación consiste en preguntas y respuestas, entonces, ¿para qué tienes una bola de cristal? Prefiero métodos de adivinación más científicos. La bola de cristal es solo un adorno para que se me vea más como una adivina, así que no le hagas caso. Bien, aquí va la pregunta. Si llegaras a una ciudad con la que nunca has estado, ¿qué es lo que más te gustaría hacer? Hablar con los residentes de la ciudad, pasear y admirar el paisaje de la ciudad. Entendido, presta atención a la segunda pregunta. Tras ver una película, ¿de qué parte te gustaría más hablar? Los giros de trama. ¿Es esta tu elección? Muy bien, aquí va la última. Normalmente, ¿cómo organizas tu limpieza de tu habitación? Limpieza periódica, solo cuando me dan ganas de limpiar. Oh, mira, el símbolo de tu destino, el mar profundo. Ha comenzado a vislumbrarse en la bola de cristal. Permíteme que te lo interprete a continuación. El mar profundo permanece en absoluto silencio, pero de él nace la vida de todas las cosas. Cada marea en la superficie se origina en el latido de sus profundidades. En tu destino rara vez se presentan oportunidades de éxito inmediato. Tu fuerza proviene de años de constante dedicación. Para ti, el tiempo nunca ha sido un enemigo. Ese es tu destino. El carácter de un Bangboo determina su destino. Espero que mi guía te ayude, Bangboo perdido, a alcanzar tu destino final. A ver. Si elijo todo uno. Oh. Sí cambia.
Belle, you're finally back.
Pues ¿qué pasó?
Huh? Wise, what's wrong? Why do you look so tense?
How could I not be? You suddenly lost contact with Fairy down at the bottom of the Retroflux zone. If Remiel hadn't used your phone to let me know you were safe, I was about to grab Billy and Cecilia and go looking for you.
Uh, sorry. That was my fault. I should have let you know first. Wait, how did Remiel know my phone password? Did she learn it back then, too?
So, what exactly happened after we lost contact with you?
Le explicas a Wise lo ocurrido tras volver del nivel inferior del área de reflujo.
You shared each other's memories. Can our ocular implants actually do something like that?
No lo sé.
I don't know. Nothing like this has ever happened before. But Remiel said she saw something similar when she pulled Thaumiel out of me. I think Thaumiel and my ocular implants must have had some kind of weird reaction or a resonance.
True. Thaumiel was there both times. But you've spent quite some time with Remiel before, and nothing like this has happened, right?
Yeah, that's true. I feel like there has to be something else besides the ocular implants and Thaumiel.
How about we go ask Lady Dracena the night after tomorrow? She's overseeing our treatment, so she may know more about this.
The night after tomorrow? Why then?
Lady Dracena will be hosting a welcome banquet for the guests at the CCD reception hall. We received invitations as well.
Ah,
Lady Dracena's hosting it herself. Does that mean the CCD's singularity leakage issue has already been resolved?
Most likely. Otherwise, she wouldn't have scheduled it. I heard there's another welcome banquet happening in Virium at the same time. Lady Linvern and the ESD are hosting it for guests who still haven't been cleared to land in Buastrom. When I went out this afternoon, I ran into Valina and Norma. It looked like they were already heading to Virium to make preparations.
So there are still guests stuck in Virium. Do you think that person who looked like Sir Pico could really have been...
No, Belle. There's no chance it was him. You know he's already...
already what?
Yeah.
It's all right. I understand. Seeing Truvia again was bound to stir up old memories. But that's all in the past now. Sir Pico, Helios Academy, they're gone.
Jeez, Wise. How come you look even more upset than I do? Come on, that's enough doom and gloom for one night. Time for bed. We worked way too hard to fix our sleep schedule. Let's not mess it up again.
You're one to talk. Get some rest. And no playing phone games under the covers. Got it?
Wise se marcha.
Before bed, maybe I should take another look at the data from the Retroflex zone. If I'm lucky, I might find something that tells me who the culprit really is.
Te sientas frente al sistema HDD y pierdes la noción del tiempo. De madrugada.
Belle, your light's still on. Are you still working? Belle? I told her to go to bed early, and yet... What are these papers scattered here?
Notice, These are drafts Master used to analyze the culprit's intentions. Additional notice. Master has been asleep for approximately 30 minutes. Deep sleep is highly probable. Suggestion. Second Assistant, please refrain from any action that may wake Master.
I know, Fairy. She needs some good rest. I'll handle it from here. That's what the second assistant is for.
Negative. Correction. Second Assistant will complete it under Supreme Assistant's direction.
Okay.
All right. I'm counting on you then, Supreme Assistant.
Supreme Assistant.
Fairy, give me a quick summary of everything we've established so far.
Understood. Displaying all current findings and analysis for Second Assistant. Finding 1. The culprit's victims share no common traits. Their identities are of limited use for further deduction. Finding 2. Whenever the culprit implanted potent ether into each Bangbu victim, he also set a specific activation time and activation location.
So for the culprit, what matters is the time and location, not the victims' identities.
Affirmative. Based on current information, the most meaningful data is the time and location of each singularity leakage.
Fairy, can you pull up Airspace Patrol's recent records? Start from when singularity leakages began appearing frequently. I want to see when and where each occurred.
Understood. Accessing Airspace Patrol's internal network.
Wait, Fairy. Why are you hacking into Airspace Patrol's intranet? How do we even explain this if they catch us? Just stick to the public records.
Too late, Second Assistant. Intrusion and search processes complete.
Oh, vamos.
A complete schematic has been generated for Second Assistant, with all singularity leakage times and locations marked.
So these circles mark where each singularity leakage appeared, right?
Entonces este es el mapa de todas las...
The energy hub, the retroflux zone, the CCD. Well, looking at the map, they appear to be randomly scattered around Buastrom. Oh, right. I remember now. Even after a singularity leakage disappears, there's still a window where it can be reactivated.
Affirmative. Such events exist in archived records.
Fairy, could you mark the locations of these reactivated singularity leakages as well?
Understood. Corresponding locations have been added to the map for Second Assistant.
Huh. The positions changed a lot. No wonder it took so long for Lady Dracaena to deal with the CCD's singularity leakage problem. Fairy, what's the significance of these overlapping areas?
Answer. These indicate multiple singularity leakages occurring in close proximity, both in time and location. Analysis. Under these conditions, multiple singularity leakages interact, causing the affected area in real space to expand accordingly.
So what you're saying is, multiple singularity leakages that appear at the same time and place can overlap. Wait, does that mean...
¿Cómo? Es decir que las brechas dimensionales que aparecen al mismo tiempo en el mismo lugar en realidad se superponen unas a otras. O sea, otra dimensión diferente, una dimensión dentro de otra dimensión.
Fairy, can you reorganize this data again? I want to pinpoint when and where these singularity leakages came closest to overlapping.
Understood. Generating new analysis results for Second Assistant.
Un trayecto.
This is it. This has to be it.
How long was I out for? Fairy, I said wake me up after a bit. Wise? What are you doing here?
That's not important. Fairy and I have figured out the culprit's true intent in creating singularity leakages. Come take a look.
This is...
This is the location of the singularity leakage the culprit created last week, 3 days after we rescued Toby. All the singularity leakages overlap with one another, and the affected area stretches from the edge of Scommel Hollow all the way to Buastrom's main urban district.
Superpone con las demás y el área afectada se extiende desde el borde de el vacío hasta el área principal de la ciudad de Buastrom.
So, the culprit could use this method to move something from Scommel Hollow to Buastrom. Wait, Gertablulu?
Yeah, I think so too. The culprit's real objective is likely to move Gertablulu into Buastrom's urban district. When you encountered it, it was clearly attracted to singularity leakages.
But what happens after that? Once Gertablulu is inside Buastrom's urban district, then what? And besides, if it's really inside the singularity leakages in Buastrom right now, why hasn't anyone spotted it yet?
Looks like we'll have to follow the trail of singularity leakages and investigate on site.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. Once it's daylight, Billy, Cecilia, and I will head to the energy hub. Maybe we can follow whatever traces are left and find a new lead.
Tras darle las buenas noches a Waze, descansas unas horas hasta que al poco tiempo amanece un nuevo día.
I don't think I slept very well. Whatever. I should head downstairs and find Billy and the others first.
Gertablulu está escondido ahora mismo en Buastrom y sabe qué más estará tramando la persona culpable. Oh. Oh.
Belle! There you are! Wise already told us everything.
Now that's our manager! You found a clue on the culprit in no time at all!
@Baxter_BZRX rayos, Tenia.
Sí, ahora toca la investigación de campo.
All right, time to investigate the site. We'll start at the energy hub and follow the singularity leakages one by one until we track down either the culprit or Gertablulu.
Right. Fairy and I will stay here and provide remote support, as always. Belle, if you end up running into the culprit or Gertablulu, your safety comes first. Don't take any unnecessary risks.
Don't worry, Wise. I'll be extra careful. Promise.
We'll protect the manager too!
Yeah, don't worry, Wise. If anything goes wrong, I'll grab Belle and make a run for it. Oh, sorry, Billy. You're on your
En
own,
tipi
buddy.
aquí sigo en las.
Las sombrillas, ok, Baxter.
No problem! A Starlight Knight always protects their companions until their dying breath!
Wow. Seriously? Come on, don't say stuff like that. It's bad luck. Anyway, it's getting late. Let's go!
Te diriges al sector de energía junto con Billy y Cicia. Siguiendo la ruta donde han aparecido las singularidades de fuga, se adentran en el sector de energía. Al final, llegan ante una extraña fisura. Debería ser el final del trayecto. Se adentran con cautela solo para encontrarse ante...
Belle, we're here. Stay sharp, and if things go south, just run. Huh? Where are we? Did we end up back in Buastrum?
It looks like... an office?
This place feels really familiar. Wait, isn't this Lady Dracina's office? Felina brought me here before. Huh? Lady Dracina's office? So Gertablulu came all the way here just to walk straight into a trap? But Lady Dracina never mentioned anything like that. This is so strange. We expected the singularity leakage trail to lead into Buastrum. But why Lady Dracina's office of all places? Wait! Footsteps outside! Hide! Now!
Antes de que puedan esconderse, la puerta de la oficina se abre.
You startled me. What are you all doing here? Oh, well, actually, Belle! You explain.
Le explicas a la señorita Drocane lo que han descubierto y cómo han llegado hasta allí desde el sector de energía.
I see. A path formed by singularity leakages? I really hadn't considered that possibility before. If your speculation is correct, then Goethe Blulu is most likely hiding among the singularity leakages in Buastrom right now. And if that's the case, then it all makes sense.
¿Cómo?
Huh? Lady Dracaena? Do you have any other clues? Well, you see, a few nights ago, a small singularity leakage appeared near my office. Considering that, together with your deductions, the target of both the culprit and Goethe Blulu is most likely... Belle, could I ask these two to step outside for a moment? After all, their identities...
Son mascota de apoyo y aspiradora, entonces no pueden escuchar, así que habla mejor.
Huh? It's okay, Lady Dracaena. We're all friends here. There won't be any trouble. I understand, but this concerns Rose Califer's highest level secrets. The fewer people who know, the better. Especially considering who these two are. A new Eridu public security officer and, an unemployed freeloader.
An unemployed freeloader is a little harsh, Lady Dracaena.
Oh, I get it. It's the kind of top secret stuff where knowing too much means trouble, right? Maybe even getting silenced permanently.
Yeah, more or less. It's a bit complicated, so Belle and I will need some time to talk. Cecilia and Billy, you can return to Amber Hall and rest. Once we're done, someone will escort Belle back to you.
Right away, no problem, Lady Dracaena. Me and this robot vacuum will disappear right now. We already stopped listening.
Cicia se marcha a toda prisa llevándose a Billy consigo.
Something feels off somehow. Why am I being treated differently from Cecilia and Billy? Is it something about my identity? Why would Lady Dracaena send them away like that? Should I call Billy and Cecilia back here? What is it, Belle? Something on your mind? It's nothing, Lady Dracaena. Come here, Belle. I'll tell you what happened that night. That night, I had just returned to my office when I sensed an unusually strong ether presence in the air. The source seems to be somewhere around here. Now that you mention it, yeah, I can still feel a faint trace of ether in this room. Aside from the residual ether, these documents were scattered across the floor at the time. Lady Dracaena, do these documents have something to do with what happened? Compare them with what you have found. Once you read them, you will understand.
Hijo.
CCD facility renovation plans, personnel transfer records, Rosetta data daily reports. These don't really have anything in common, do they? What's going on? My eyes just... Huh? Wait, that ethereal broke in here days ago. So why is there still ether residue? And the ether isn't coming from in front of me. It feels more like... behind me. Herois! I knew it! You're not Lady Dracaena! What the heck are you?
Lady Dracaena. I'm Truvia from High Ambitions Corp. I'm here for our appointment.
Uh-oh.
Truvia, run!
Huh?
A la madre.
Truvia! No. No, no, no!
Move, now!
En el interior del Departamento Central de Informática, una ensordecedora alarma no deja de sonar.
Lady Justina, are you unharmed? We received word that something inside the CCD... Is that... Miss Truvia? How did this...
Secret? Oh, thank goodness, just in time. Hurry, help me stop the bleeding.
Yes, Lady Justina.
This is my fault. I shouldn't have left her here alone with Belle.
Belle? Lady Justina, forgive my boldness, but do you mean... Miss Belle gravely wounded Miss Truvia?
Yes, that's what happened. What I mean is, I never realized there was such a deep animosity between Belle and Truvia.
Ah, hijo, ¿cómo sabe todo eso?
But I believe Belle must have acted on impulse. She would never do this otherwise. In any case, our first priority is to find Belle and get to the bottom of this. She just fled. Lindvern isn't here, so can I count on you to handle this, Secret? Secret, is something troubling you?
Ah, my apologies, Lady Justina. I will find Belle at once and bring her back to you.
Good. I'll leave that to you, Secret. And about tonight? Keep it quiet for now. We don't want our guests who've just arrived to feel any unnecessary panic.
Yes, Lady Justina.
Go, Secret. Go fulfill your duty. Find her, arrest her, and then bring her back to me.
Mientras tanto, en algún lugar de la ciudad en el cielo,
Why did you pull me back? Truvia, she was right there. Why wouldn't you let me save her?
Because she's beyond saving.
Huh?
Her wounds were clearly fatal. There was no way to save her. And that thing that appeared like Sunbringer, we cannot face it on our own.
But aren't you powerful, Pyrois? You're supposed to be powerful, Pyrois! So why? Why didn't you use that power to save her?
Are you sure? Do you really want to see the rest of Rose Califer buried alongside your old classmate? Acting on impulse won't save her, and it won't help you either. Take some time to clear your head in the rain before that thing finds you. And then go do what only you can do. What you have to do.
Something only I can do. But right now, I can't do anything.
You sure look like a mess. It's only been one day. How did you end up like this?
Ramiel? Why are you here?
The airspace patrol alarms have been going off non-stop, so I had to check, didn't I? They could be looking for their fugitive. So, how did you manage to end up in such a mess? All right. If you don't want to talk, fine. But don't stand out here in the rain, okay? You'll catch a cold. And if you don't want to go home... Oh, right. Amber Hall's already surrounded by the airspace patrol. Going back now would be walking straight into a trap. In that case, why not come to my place for a while? At least I can give you somewhere to sleep. If you don't answer, then I'll take your silence as a yes.
Y así, aún aturdida, dejas que Remiel te lleve de vuelta a su guarida en el territorio de la pandilla Enad.
All right. Sit anywhere you like. Just, not the bed. Wet bedding is such a pain to deal with. Here's a towel. You should dry yourself off. If you've got the strength, you can take a hot shower, too. There's a makeshift bathroom over there. The Bang-Boo built it for me. Okay, fine. If you don't want to move, I'll dry you off myself.
Why? Why did you bring me here?
Hey, shouldn't you thank me first, Miss Soaked to the Bone?
Thanks, Ramiel.
Since when did you become so obedient? That isn't like you at all. If you really want to show your thanks, here, it's your turn.
Mientras dice eso, Remiel te extiende otra toalla limpia. ¿Qué me toca hacer?
My turn?
Your turn, too. Dry my wings for me, of course. There are spots I can't reach on my own. Hey, what's with that look? I've already dried you off. Now it's your turn to return the favor.
Okay.
Te cambias de sitio con Remiel y te sientas detrás de ella. Así que así se siente el tacto de las alas de un semihumano alado.
You know, Belle, I've never liked rainy days. The rain always leaves my wings soaked and heavy. Shake as I might, I can never quite dry them. The same goes for taking a shower, though at least I can manage to keep my wings from getting too wet.
Wet wings must feel really uncomfortable, right?
Yes, honestly, it's miserable and such a hassle to manage. A hairdryer is useless. Too hot and I start shedding. Too cold and I catch a chill. But I can't just wait for them to air dry. It takes forever, and I'm way too impatient for that. Besides, it leaves this strange smell that I can never wash out. So, the best solution is a slow towel dry like this. But with wings this large, there are always spots I can't reach. Before, if I got caught in the rain, I'd sneak onto Belly's bed and roll around, drying my wings on her sheets.
Huh? Wait, hold up. How on earth could you just barge into someone else's bed? Wouldn't she be furious?
It was fine as long as I didn't get caught. Though, of course, whenever Belly did notice me, she was absolutely furious. And no matter how angry she was, in the end, she'd always do just what you're doing now. Slowly drying the spots that were still damp. Belle, do you know what New Eridu's records say about what became of Belly and me?
I remember something about an operation called the Day of Silence. You and Colonel Vike were involved in an accident, and then both died in the line of duty.
Yes, died in the line of duty. Such a noble, dignified phrase. Though, in a sense, it isn't entirely wrong. After all, for us Void Hunters, our first and only duty was to suppress the karma core inside our weapons.
The karma core? Inside the Void Hunter's weapons?
That's right. Remember the enchainer I mentioned before? What truly sets them apart from ordinary ethereals is a special core known as a karma core, found only within an enchainer. According to RK, a karma core differs from an ordinary ether core. It doesn't form naturally. It is something made directly by the creator. The creator made the karma cores, a power capable of rewriting the laws within hollows, and used them as the cores to create the enchainers of the Great Hollows. That's the gist of it, at least. Back then, after a long and bitter struggle, we finally were able to bring down one of the enchainers. But the karma core itself could not be destroyed. RK and Sunbringer, they wanted to eliminate the threat posed by the karma core once and for all, while allowing humanity to harness the power within it. In the end, they found a way to seal the karma core within Porceloy, and from that, they forged the Void Hunter weapons.
So, the power inside Void Hunter weapons actually comes from the creator?
Procede, pero parece más como un método que robaron, güey. sintetizar el poder del núcleo kármico en las armas de los Void Hunter?
Yes, which is exactly why there are so many side effects. At the time, we were naive enough to believe that if we could truly master that power, humanity might finally overcome the Hollows once and for all. So, when Arche and Sunbringer proposed the plan, we never doubted it for a moment.
Lady Sunbringer and Professor Arche's plan?
Yes. Project Sunseeker. I'll never forget that accursed name for as long as I live. Simply put, it was an experiment that used vast quantities of porcelloi as a medium to partially fuse us Void Hunters with the Karma Core sealed within our weapons.
They fused you with a Karma Core? Then that means...
It meant we'd become artificial enchainers. No more enduring the costs of wielding Void Hunter weapons, and perhaps even achieving a stronger form to defend New Eridu. Looking back, I can hardly believe I fell for Arche's lies so easily.
So, it was in that experiment when you and Colonel Vike...
Yes. Belly and I were the final participants. Or rather, the final test subjects. Looking back, I wonder if Belly already knew the truth behind Arche and Sunbringer's plan. Otherwise, she probably wouldn't have insisted on coming along. She's never been one to enjoy the spotlight.
Mama?
If only I'd realized what she was thinking sooner.
Ramiel...
Arche was extremely meticulous, always laying out careful, detailed plans. So, I can't say if the Karma Core losing control during the experiment was truly an accident, or if it was his cleverly disguised plan all along. But whatever the truth, it ended with the Karma Core spiraling out of control and Belly becoming a new enchainer. As for me, I partially fused with the Karma Core inside Thaumiel, becoming what I am now. A monster. Half human, half enchainer. Maybe, deep down, I'm just not ready to give up my life so easily. In the final moment, Thaumiel's power of controlling temporal patterns froze me in a state of near suspended animation. I didn't fully awaken from the seal in Persena's Hollow until about a year ago.
Me desperté del todo del sello en la cavidad Persenas hasta hace más o menos un año.
The power of temporal patterns.
Right. Remember my feathers? The ones that can pin you in place? That's an example. The Karma Core sealed within Thaumiel holds the power to halt the flow of time. And because I partially fused with the Karma Core, even without Thaumiel, I can replicate a similar effect on a smaller scale. little bit of power isn't nearly enough to take on those 3 Sunbringers. That's why I had to reclaim Thamiel. Even if it accelerates my path to becoming an enchainer, I still have to...
Remiel se queda en silencio por un momento. Sigue dándote la espalda, pero de algún modo puedes imaginarte la tristeza y la soledad de su rostro. Justo como la expresión que tienes tú ahora mismo.
Never mind. Enough about me. Why am I even telling you all of this? Still, now that I've told you so much...
Un ala blanca pasa de repente por delante de ti. Remiel se gira hacia ti con la misma sonrisa ligeramente enigmática de siempre.
It's your turn.
¿De qué? Ah, mis traumas.
My turn again. Wait, to do what?
To tell me your story, of course. Let's call it another round of our little Q&A game. You didn't actually ask, but I had a feeling you'd want to know. So I went ahead and answered anyway. Now, it's your turn.
Pues tú hablaste solita, mija.
I wasn't even going to ask anything. You just started talking.
Fair enough. But once you say certain things out loud, they don't weigh on you quite as much anymore. Or perhaps you'd like a little help getting started? Let me think.
Recordar tus días en la Academia Helios.
Serpico and Truvia. They transferred to Helios not long after Wise and I started there. They came from a prominent background. They were the adopted children of Masyant, the head of High Ambitions Corp. On top of that, they were excellent students. It didn't take long for them to become the talk of the academy. We were all studying under Miss Carroll at the time, and before long, we became close friends. Back then, we were full of big dreams. We wanted to fully understand the Hollows, maybe even conquer all 6 Great Hollows, or as our teachers like to put it, seize the sun called Helios. Later, because the 4 of us had the top grades, we became the only 4 people ever to have smart ocular implants.
Más vale que sea un dato de verdad, que sean los únicos 4 con lentes inteligentes.
Then, during a performance test for the implants, I lost control. Serpico, he died because of me. When I finally woke up in the hospital, I learned that Truvia had been taken away by people from High Ambitions the day after the incident. The next time I saw her was during the fall of the old capital. She was with one of High Ambition's rescue teams. To be honest, I never imagined we'd meet again like that. Wise and I were both badly injured at the time, but we still wanted to go back. Back to the ruins of Helios, and save as many people as we could. We begged Truvia for High Ambition's help. We were willing to guide them through the hollows, willing to do whatever they asked of us, but she refused, without a moment's hesitation. What happened after that is kind of a blur. But on that day, no one made it out of Helios alive, except Wise and me. Then, in Rose Califer, I saw Truvia again. We talked about the past, but the way she spoke about it felt like she was talking about someone else's life. I don't know how to face her, and ever since then, no matter what I do, I can't shake the feeling that I'm being watched. That gaze, I don't know whether it was Truvia's or Serpico's or...
Perhaps it was your own. The you from the past. The one who kept thinking, if only I'd done something sooner. The one who never managed to forgive themselves. Making peace with the past isn't easy. And sometimes, you don't get the chance at all.
Yeah, there won't be another chance. Truvia, she was killed by Dracena. By that thing pretending to be Dracena.
Something pretending to be Dracena? Belle, what exactly happened before I found you? Will you tell me?
Exactamente, ¿qué crees que me hacía estar triste? ¿Que la empujé de las escaleras o algo? Le cuentas a Romiel detalladamente lo ocurrido en el Departamento Central de Informática.
I see. So that means Dracena, the youngest of the Sunbringers, had already... No. Judging from the timeline and the outcome, perhaps not yet.
De repente se desata un alboroto afuera. Los pasos apresurados de unos bambuks y unos gritos desesperados resuenan por toda el área.
Huh? What's going on out there?
I'm not sure. Let's go find out.
Vuelve rápido, aquí no hay nada.
Forgive me.
Me temo
but
que
I
debo
cannot
negarme.
obey.
Is that secret?
Por favor, no interfieras en las labores oficiales. Eso es una falta grave. Aquí no está la persona que busca. Eso es grave. No, aquí no hay nadie en absoluto. Señorita Sigrid, no siga avanzando. Aquí no hay nada.
I am afraid I cannot comply. I know Miss Belle is here, and I have come to take her back. Please do not stand in the way of my duty.
Secret. She won't be easy to fool. Belle, hide for now. I'll think of something. Belle? What are you doing?
Aquí estoy.
Sigrid, leave them out of this. I'm right here.
Thank you for your understanding and cooperation, Miss Belle.
But... I'm sorry. I can't go back with you.
Has salido por tu cuenta. Y la señorita Ramiel también. No, escóndanse, rápido. Esta persona es peligrosa.
Well, since Belle has already stepped out into the open, I I suppose there's little point in my remaining hidden. This would be our first proper face-to-face meeting, would it not, Deputy Director of Airspace Patrol?
Remiel. Now that is an unexpected development. Miss Bell, Lady Dracaena has ordered a search for you. But our only aim is to uncover the truth of what happened inside the CCD. So please, come back with me. As for this fugitive wanted for the attempted assassination of Lady Eldrada...
Just so we're clear, if you decide to make a move here, you'll be the only one who dies.
Awesome.
How can you be so sure before you actually try?
I don't mind getting my hands dirty. I am a fugitive after all. Hardly a saint to begin with. But are you really willing to die like this? As a puppet controlled by that monster without ever learning the truth?
Then speak plainly. I have no patience for riddles.
Very well. You really do take all the fun out of it, don't you? Then I'll tell you outright. The Sunbringer inside the CCD was Gerta Blulu in disguise.
Su madre, yo creí que era un doppelganger nada más. Controlado por alguien, pero ese Gerta... Ese... No sé qué.
What did you say?
Huh? I expected that reaction from Sigrid, but you too, Belle? I thought you'd figured it out already.
Por la pata, no creo. No.
How did you even come to that conclusion? I know it definitely wasn't Lady Dracaena, but Gerta Blulu? There's no way.
That is quite a story you've come up with, Remiel.
Oh? I was expecting something more along the lines of, "How dare you slander Lady Dracaena?" followed by you charging straight at me with your spear. I was quite prepared for that. Or could it be you've suspected all along that the Sunbringer at the CCD might not be the real one?
What makes you so certain that it was Gerta Blulu?
Intuition, perhaps? Of course, there was also my trust in Belle, and a little reasoning. According to Belle's account, they followed the trail of singularity leakage through the energy hub, yet somehow ended up in Dracaena's office. Then the false Dracaena showed up, sent Billy and Cecilia away, began mutating into an ethereal, and attempted to silence Belle for good. That's when Truvia arrived. She saw through the imposter's disguise too, and became her first target.
¿Cómo sabe que vio a través de su disfraz?
After that, Sigrid, Dracaena ordered you to bring Belle back to the CCD and uncover the truth. Have I got that right?
Yeah. Sigrid, I know it's hard to believe, but that's what I saw with my own eyes.
I did receive orders from Lady Dracaena. But what does that prove?
Let's put it this way, Sigrid. Before you arrived, based solely on Belle's description, I assumed Lady Dracaena's karma core had gone out of control and turned her into an enchainer. But from what we've seen before, if that were the case, there is no way she could have retained her human consciousness, much less continued issuing orders to you. With that possibility ruled out, and considering Belle's discovery of the singularity leakages, along with the recent appearance of multiple enchainer larvae, it is entirely possible that either Gerta Blulu or Bashmu entered the CCD through the singularity leakage and, through the karma core, became partially fused with Dracaena.
How could that even be possible?
It seems you have at least a basic understanding of enchainers and karma cores. Good. That saves me a fair bit of explanation. I can't say how Sunbringer managed it, but the most likely explanation is that she divided her karma core into 3 parts and entrusted them to the 3 ladies we see today. That would also explain why Gerta Blulu and Bashmu appeared at roughly the same time. Then again, there may be a 3rd enchainer larva out there that we simply haven't discovered yet. As for why I don't think it was Bashmu, well, that's the easy part. Bashmu is enormous. Had it appeared in Buastrum, it couldn't possibly have gone unnoticed. So, either it was Gerta Blulu or a 3rd enchainer larva we haven't discovered yet. It attacked Lady Dracaena, and it succeeded. Just not completely. Otherwise, there would have been no reason to keep impersonating her. If I had to compare it to something, it would be like, 2 people fighting over the same controller. Draceena's consciousness and Gerta Blulu's consciousness coexist in the same body, competing for control of both the body and the karma core. Judging by the current situation, it seems Gerta Blulu has the upper hand.
That is still nothing more than speculation. And if Miss Bell deceived you, then none of your conclusions would hold.
It's true. I have no way of proving that I wasn't lying.
It's all right, Belle. I believe you, and I believe everything you've told me. Remember the rules of our little Q&A game. You don't have to tell the whole truth, but no one is allowed to lie. And besides, Sigrid, you've heard us out this much already. I'd say that means there's still room for us to talk. Wouldn't you agree?
What is it you want to talk about?
Why, how to get that poor little Sunbringer out of her current predicament, of course. So, interested? There's too many eyes out here. We should speak inside.
Yeah.
The retroflux zone. I never would have thought you would be hiding here.
Oh? And here I thought you had let me go on purpose.
I never expected the Airspace Patrol surveillance network to have such a glaring blind spot.
Would you call it that? Before all this, I wouldn't have believed anyone would willingly live in the sewers with a whole colony of Bangbu either.
I was pretty shocked when I first got here too.
All right, let's save the small talk for later. Let's discuss how we're going to deal with Gerta Blulu. Or rather, what to do about Dracaena. First of all, the enemy has already taken control of the CCD. That effectively gives it access to Rose Califer's communications network as well. In other words, we can't communicate with anyone through electronic means right now. If we do, it'll notice us almost immediately.
Lady Dracaena did give orders to keep a close watch on any unusual communication signals within the island.
See? The enemy is already starting to show the cloven hoof. No offense to horse tyrants, of course.
Go on.
Dealing with it wouldn't actually be difficult. The real problem is how to do it quietly. Even I can't be sure I could bring it down in a single strike. None of us knows how deeply it has fused with the Karma Core. If we act rashly, worst case, everyone in Roscalifer ends up witnessing Lady Dracaena turn into an ethereal. And by then, even if we manage to save Dracaena, to Roscalifer, all we've really done is save a monster that could turn into an ethereal at any moment.
I never thought you cared about Roscalifer's order and stability.
Why wouldn't I? This is the utopia my friend built with her own hands.
Remiel's right. We need a way to keep the imposter contained without drawing any attention. Sneaking back into the CCD again probably won't work. Even if Sigrid helped us and cleared out all the guards, the imposter would catch on the moment she did anything out of the ordinary. Unless we could somehow lure the imposter out of the CCD and into somewhere isolated. Somewhere no one would notice. Wait.
A ver.
Remiel, Sigrid, I've got it! A way to deal with that imposter without anyone ever finding out.
Oh?
Please, go on.
Tomorrow evening, the CCD will be holding a welcoming banquet for the island's guests in its reception hall. It's supposed to be hosted by Lady Dracaena herself, which means she's definitely going to be there.
That does sound promising. We could go in as guests instead of forcing our way into the CCD. That would save us a great deal of trouble.
But, Miss Bell, with so many guests around, how do you plan to stay unnoticed?
¿Y si en mitad del banquete justo apareciera una singularidad de fuga?
What if a singularity leakage appeared just as the imposter made its appearance? Or maybe a passage formed from multiple singularity leakages? If that's how it got into Buastrum, then we could use the same trick to send it back. And if there just happened to be no airspace patrol soldiers patrolling the Hollow at the time, then nobody would notice, right?
I am starting to lose track of what you mean, Miss Bell. How are you going to make a singularity leakage appear in the CCD reception hall at that exact time?
Yesterday, Remiel and I found the culprit's crime scene at the bottom of the retroflux zone. We also figured out how those singularity leakages are being created. I think I can make something similar. If we keep it under control, nobody at the banquet will be in any danger.
Fighting fire with fire, are we?
Atacar el fuego con fuego,
Yeah. As long as we have stable hollow observation data to run the calculations. Oh, wait, no. I don't have the HDD with me, and I can't reach Wise or Fairy either. So how am I supposed to get stable hollow observation data?
Uh-oh. That look on your face tells me something's wrong, Belle.
If you are concerned about obtaining stable hollow observation data, while I am not an expert in that field, I should still be able to offer some assistance. There is a derelict area known as Rosewick within the Scommel Hollow.
Rosewick.
During patrols, we discovered equipment there that is similar to what the CCD uses to process Rosetta data. However, due to their excessive size, they were left abandoned on site and never retrieved.
If that equipment still works, then that might just do it. But without Databoo handling the calculations, it'd probably take forever to... the Enogang's Bangboo! Most of the Enogang's Bangboo used to be CCD Databoo. If they're willing to help us.
Don't you remember, Belle? In their eyes, those 3 Sunbringers are all imposters. Anyway, leave this to me. At the very least, Prophet Boo should be willing to do me this favor. That leaves one final question. How are we supposed to get into Scommel Hollow without tipping off the imposter?
Casi al mismo tiempo, tú y Remiel se giran para mirar a Sigrid.
Why are you both suddenly looking at me like that?
Oh, nothing. I simply thought a certain airspace patrol deputy director might be able to get us into Scommel Hollow.
At first light tomorrow, I will return here and find a way to get you to Rosewick. I can also pretend I never saw you tonight. That is all the assistance I can offer. And if I discover that everything you have told me is false, I will personally answer for tonight's decision, whatever the cost.
Sigrid se gira para marcharse, pero se detiene justo antes de llegar a la puerta.
Before I leave, there is one final matter I would like to confirm with you, Remiel.
Mm-hmm.
You once attempted to assassinate Lady Eldrada. Why, then, are you going to such lengths to save Lady Dracena?
Because none of them are the Sunbringer I'm looking for. To me, they're no different from this city in the sky. They're all gifts Sunbringer left behind for the world. I simply don't want to stand by and watch the things my friend cherished be destroyed by monsters from who knows where.
Sigrid no dice nada más y se marcha. Después de eso, tú y Remiel pasan un tiempo explicándole todo al profeta Boo. Este le da vueltas al asunto durante un rato, pero al final acepta su petición. Se está haciendo tarde, mejor descansa un poco ahora que puedes, mañana será un día clave. Lo que queda ya es el final, ¿eh? Ah, no. Quedan dos cosas más. Pizarra táctica. Sobre la mesa hay una pequeña pizarra táctica en la que están dibujados un sencillo mapa de Roscalifer y algunas rutas de acción. Al parecer, en esta pizarra es donde Remiel suele estudiar sus rutas de infiltración y escape. Si te fijas bien, también notarás que ha marcado varios lugares. Parece que podrían ser sitios importantes con algún propósito especial. ¿Qué clase de lugares será? Espera, tentempiés rugientes, bizcochitos y santé, True Blues, ¿por qué son todos sitios de comida? ¿Y qué significa lo que dice la nota? Recuerda decirle a Griff que salga antes para ir a hacer fila para las tortitas exclusivas de tentempiés rugientes. La cama de Remiel. Durante el tiempo que pasó escondida en Roscalifer, ella dormía aquí todas las noches. No se sabe de dónde sacó esta cama, pero en el área de reflujo donde todo está un poco desgastado, esta cama se ve especialmente elegante. Tiene muchos de sus peluches y adornos favoritos. La verdad es que transmite una sensación de seguridad muy particular. Un aroma muy relajante emana de la cama y si prestas atención también puedes notar sobre las sábanas alguna de sus plumas caídas de forma natural. De repente te da mucha curiosidad saber cómo se siente la cama, aunque ya te recostaste en ella una vez cuando te desmayaste, no tuviste la oportunidad de apreciarla bien. Aún se siente caliente la cama, ahora que lo piensas, con unas alas tan grandes, por la noche no puede dormir boca abajo. Seguir pensando en ello parece un poco descortés con Remiel. Será mejor olvidarlo. Tres arcades colocadas en un rincón de la habitación. A juzgar por la pasión de Remiel por los juegos de arcade, es poco probable que originalmente estuvieran aquí. Lo más seguro es que los hayan traído de quién sabe dónde. La pantalla del arcade aún parpadea con la animación del menú principal de Guerrero Gourmet. Eso te recuerda cuando hablaste con ella en la madrugada sobre Guerrero Gourmet durante la competición de campeones de la cavidad. Desde entonces, la verdad es que siempre has querido echar una partida con ella de vez en cuando, ya que ha traído a propósito del arcade a su habitación. Quizás ella piense lo mismo, ¿no? Sin embargo, si te fijas bien, el arcade ya tiene una capa de polvo. Parece que en Roscolifer no hay nadie que pueda enfrentarse a ella. Si logras superar esta crisis, la podrás invitar a enfrentarse en el arcade. Bueno, hasta aquí dejaría la historia. Ya mañana con más seguridad hago lo que falta. Así, sin nada más, yo me despido, que nos vemos hasta mañana. Se cuidan.